It's the Wrestling Caucus. I'm Peter A.
Smiley Arriaga.
And make sure you're subscribed anywhere you get podcasts. And be sure to follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.com/The Wrestling Caucus, Twitter @Wrestling Caucus, and Instagram @The Wrestling Caucus. Today, we're going to run down the card of this coming Sunday's WWE Backlash. We're giving you our thoughts and predictions as to what's going to happen. So I guess we'll start with what is being marketed and billed as the greatest wrestling match of all time. Randy Orton versus Edge.
Oh, yeah, I love these two, but it's just like, come on. Why do you gotta do this to them? Can't they just be like Randy Orton versus Edge? What's wrong with that? I mean, I don't know. What do I know about Boogie?
Yeah, I think that, listen, I don't care how WWE wants to market it. This is how I look at it. There's three ways of looking at this, right? There's going to be people that believe that this might be the greatest wrestling match of all time. There are going to be people that think they're smarter than the average wrestling fan and think, psh, we'll see about that. I'll be the judge to see if it's going to be the greatest wrestling match of all time. Then there's people like me. I don't know if you feel the same way, Smiley, but there's people like me that are just like, okay, whatever. I don't care. Whatever you're going to call
That's
it.
me.
Yeah. Okay, great.
But, like, listen, WWE is the kind of company, Vince can force Edge to be like, hey, every week on Raw, go on Raw and say, I'm a purple dinosaur. If he does it the first few times...
Peeking the microphone.
Sorry, excuse me. If he does it the first two times, people are going to be like, what the hell, this is stupid. But if he does it for more than that, eventually there are some fans who actually be like, he actually is a purple dinosaur, guys. Like, because that's just how some WWE fans are.
People are going to be like, he's not actually a purple dinosaur, right? Like, we know he's not a purple dinosaur.
Like, why are we... And, like, you'll get to the place that we get to all the time is, why are we even having this discussion?
Yeah.
Like...
or just don't call him a purple dinosaur.
Yeah, just don't do that.
Yeah,
like in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
Why did you have to call it the greatest wrestling match ever?
How about just Edge versus Orton 2?
How about that? Like,
nothing wrong with that. But anyway, yeah.
These two are doing such a great job. Like, their promos are really awesome.
This is probably my favorite WWE storyline of the year so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it. Yeah.
So, I think... I think they might extend this program into SummerSlam, which I wouldn't mind. So maybe maybe Randy Orton will win in a dastardly way or something like that, pull brass knuckles out of his tights or something like that. Or maybe Cowboy Bob Orton makes a return and hits Edge with his cast. And
could you imagine?
That would be great.
And Christian comes out and gives him an Unprettier?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
And then, like, a SummerSlam would be the greatest SummerSlam match of all time.
Yeah, you could do that.
Or they can just do, like, the greatest street fight of all time.
The greatest wrestling match, part 2.
Didn't peek the microphone.
So, my gut is going to tell me that Randy Orton will win this one. What about you?
I want to say Edge, but, the idea that they'll have a third match is kind of looming over my head.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing more... Look, listen, I love these two feuding together. It's just, like, I'm always afraid of what dumb marketing thing they'll do or what, like... They always... Like, even in WWE, when something is really cool, they always got to add a sprinkle of wackiness to it that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of like putting... It's like first time I ever went to Red Mango, and I got, like, a whole bunch of stuff on my frozen yogurt, and I put gummy bears on top. And they froze on the frozen yogurt, I was regretting it.
Or you put all the gummy worms and sprinkles on it, but you forgot to put the yogurt in there.
Oh, I put the yogurt in. Oh, well.
You walk out.
That's another thing.
You have a cup of accessories.
Yeah. Oh no. I put everything, and I was like regretting it. Like, I didn't need this much.
Yeah.
They don't need some things. Like.
Or what they can do is, let's say, they do Edge wins the wrestling match, right? And then you can set up, like, let's say give Edge a title shot, right? Or you do Drew versus Edge at SummerSlam.
That would be great.
I would like that.
That would be awesome.
I would not mind that at all.
That would be awesome. Yeah. Drew versus Edge.
But my gut says Randy's going to win this one. And they drag the program out to some
Randy, I don't know what Randy will do. If Randy wins, like, what could he do next? Go out there edge again, or like...
You know what? Randy Orton at this point, we don't need to see him at every show. You know, I think just use Randy Orton when you really need him. That's my opinion. Like, all the legends. Rey Mysterio as well. Edge. Only use them when you really, really need them and you have something really, really strong for them. They don't need to be there every week. They really don't. All right, let's move on. Okay. Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley, WWE title. Who do you got?
Drew McIntyre. Because this is only, like, his second time defending the title. Right? It's only the second time defending the title. Well, third if you want to count the Big Show dark match. The first ever WrestleMania. The first ever dark match at WrestleMania. Like, people aren't talking about that, you know?
Well, the whole show is dark. Because no one cares. It's not a big deal. It's a nothing. No one remembers.
They could have put John Laurinaitis at
who cares?
But, like, but I digress. My money's on Drew. I wouldn't... If Bobby Lashley won, that would be a bit of a surprise. But like, maybe it would be an effort to put over Lashley strong, but like, I don't know. I think Drew should win this one.
Nope. I think...
You can have Drew win and still make Lashley look strong.
This is McIntyre time. It is not Bobby Lashley time. Bobby Lashley down the line. Bobby Lashley, I think him in this position now is where he should have been from the get-go. I think this is a formidable opponent for Drew McIntyre, which he needs. He needs credible challengers to seem like a credible champion. And I will go with Drew McIntyre. I think momentum in pro wrestling is crucial. And Drew McIntyre, he's relatively new in the main event scene within WWE. So we need to believe that he is worthy, I guess, for lack of a better term, believable as a main eventer.
Yeah, like, I've been loving, you know, some people are saying, like, oh, we don't know, like, some people will be like, oh, we don't know how these guys really are doing because there's no full crowd, but, like, you don't really need, like, a full crowd to see how great Drew McIntyre is.
No, because guess what? Drew McIntyre was hot before COVID. We went to that Raw at the Barclays Centers in March. He was crazy.
The whole Barclays Arena was screaming his name.
Yeah, he was ridiculously over.
There, like, I remember when he did the sexy Scotsman thing. I was like, oh, that's so stupid. But then a week later, I think you mentioned this like on a other cast we did. A week later, you see people in the crowd with a giant, like 6 people with a giant sexy Scotsman sign. I'm like, wow, like anything this guy says is like over.
Yeah.
So we know how he'll do in a crowd. Like,
Braun Strowman versus The Miz and John Morrison in a 2-on-1 handicap match for the WWE Universal Championship.
This is...
Stop that.
Sorry. That match is just making me want to scratch something. This is the reason why I think there should be one world title. Because... like, you have one world champion who looks great, and then you have the one that they don't put any thought into. Braun Strowman's title reign has been so unforgettable. He got beat up by Sweater Bray
Unforgettable
Wyatt.
Or forgettable?
Forgettable, yeah,
okay.
Sorry. The heat's making me crazy. It's been so forgettable. He got beat up by Sweater Bray Wyatt, and now he's going to beat up Miz and Morrison for the Universal title.
Well, the only reason why... Well, Braun was cold going in to COVID. That's weird to say. But pre-COVID, Braun Strowman was cold as ice. The only reason why he has the championship now is because Roman backed out and went home to be with his family.
So you think it would be Roman versus Miz and Morrison?
No, it would not be. No, it would not be. They would definitely have something better for Roman Reigns. No, they would. No way. This is just stupidity. It's nonsense. It's just something to do. It's a card. It's just to fill time on the card. It's gonna be nothing, and we're gonna forget about it. And the reason I think, because I believe, I don't know this for sure, but I think that Bray Wyatt having another child and him spending time with his new baby, maybe they didn't want to think of anything more creative to do with Braun Strowman as the Universal Champion. So they said, fuck it, put him with Miz and Morrison. Just be there. And no, if you watch SmackDown, anybody watch SmackDown, my God. I mean, they were doing like punked. That's how they built this match. So they had Miz and Morrison in a van outside the Performance Center. And you see Braun Strowman. Guys, this is a program building up a world championship match.
World champion.
Think about that. So Braun Strowman is somewhere in a kitchen somewhere.
This title's main evented WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Mind you. You're
a little too loud. So Braun Strowman is in a kitchen and he's making up a protein shake. He opens up the top or whatever, and then everyone laughs. This is, who can possibly care about this match? And this is just food for Braun Strowman. And I think that over the past couple of years, Braun Strowman has been food for tag teams because he won the tag team titles at WrestleMania.
Well, they've been food for him.
Yeah. He's been like, tag teams have been food for Braun Strowman, I guess. He won the tag team titles with a little kid. I don't even remember who he beat for the tag team title. That's how
he beat.
Doesn't matter. So
Jameson Cesaro, the Bar.
Who cares? Maybe it was.
I think it was the Bar.
It doesn't matter. But it's just like, this is a nothing match. I don't give two shits about it. Braun Strowman is gonna win, and he's going to lose the title soon because he's ice cold and no one cares.
I don't care.
Anything else to add?
I don't care.
You don't care? We don't care about this
all.
match. Yeah. Okay.
At all.
Moving on to the Raw Women's title match. Asuka and Nia Jax.
I don't want Asuka to get injured.
Agreed.
I don't. I've been holding my breath about this. Like, why the hell is someone who's injured a whole list of people getting world title shots?
She's big.
And
That's it.
Related to The Rock?
Pro wrestling, WWE, Vince McMahon, one thing. Aesthetics. She's massive. That's it. That's it.
God,
She's a big monster. That's the only reason. I think Asuka is going to win. She lost to Charlotte, through interference from Nia Jax. So I think that, Asuka will win, and this will probably lead to
Charlotte beating her for a title again.
Hopefully not, but it'll probably lead to a Charlotte Asuka match on pay-per-view at the next show.
Yeah, there's nothing about this situation. I love Asuka. Asuka's like my favorite person. I always gawk over. I always ramble about Asuka all the time, but I am not looking forward. It's it's either Nia. I hope Nia doesn't injure her. Even if Asuka does win, she'll eventually be food for Charlotte. That's my other fear.
That would be bad. And that's a whole other show we can do. I think the last match that these two had that I remember that was memorable was on NXT, and the reason why it was so great is because it was 1, 2, 3, and they went home.
Asuka gave her an amazing German suplex.
Yeah, Asuka did the monster thing, a few big moves. Asuka made a quick comeback, tapped her out clean, then went home, and that's it. It was fun. It was great. I liked it. That's what this match should be. And you can go 20-25 minutes with Charlotte at the next pay-per-view. But the women's division, especially that after Becky is gone, they need more credible champions. That's not Becky and it's not Charlotte. So Asuka needs a big win here. She needs to win quick and decisively. No bullshit. She needs to for real. I take Asuka seriously. I think a lot of people take Asuka seriously, but maybe there's some they're like, but for me, it's I know what Asuka's capable of, but we need to establish more champions. That's not Charlotte and it's not Becky. We can't pull all our eggs in one basket. So Asuka needs to look strong here, at least until SummerSlam.
I just want Asuka to survive this match. That's all I want, really.
Yeah.
Wait, is there a SmackDown Women's title match?
No, there isn't.
So what the hell is Bayley and Sasha doing?
We'll get to that. Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus.
Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus. Well, it's Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus. Are they still playing off of that stupid ass fake car accident thing?
I don't even know because I don't even know. I think that I don't know.
Because, like, now every time I look at Jeff Hardy, all I can think about is that stupid, like, I can't unthink that.
On SmackDown, he basically just defended himself like he's not what he used to be. It was a great promo, too. Then Sheamus came out. He's like, it's total bullshit and whatever. And Jeff Hardy basically said that the guy had red hair. So Sheamus has like orange-ish hair, so maybe. But they haven't established that Sheamus was the culprit. And if he did,
I mean, it obvious red hair.
He should be arrested. So in wrestling, in past history, people that commit crimes, nothing happens. So Triple H committed a hit and run accident. He ran over Austin, and nothing happened. That's another thing. I think pro wrestling needs to get away from, because we had the kidnapping thing on NXT, we had the fake DUI hit and run on SmackDown. Wrestling needs to go away from crimes, please. If you get beat up by somebody, by a wrestler, great. That's what happens in wrestling. But to really stage a fake DUI, we need to move away from this stuff. It's just so.
There's one exception to this rule: Austin beating up Vince in the hospital.
Right, because it's pro wrestling. That's people are going to get beat up in pro wrestling, but to do a serious crime like to stage a serious crime like a DUI is just
something that I feared happening to him.
I don't think that translates to dollars. I don't think that's gonna get people to come into an arena and pay money. They're not.
It's just trash TV.
Yeah, it's bullshit. We need to move on from this. But other than the DUI shit, I thought this match was built up pretty well. I think. The way they kind of presented Jeff Hardy, they had the video packages, his road to redemption, and Sheamus is like, that's bullshit, whatever, and here we are. And then Jeff Hardy, I like the way they're doing it. I think it's fine.
I just want this feud to end. I hope this match is the end of this feud because I don't want to be reminded of that stupid thing ever again.
I would love to see Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles. Let's say if AJ Styles wins the IC title tournament, I hope we see them clash for a pay-per-view or two. Why not?
Oh yeah, there's no the IC title match between Bryan and AJ. It's
gonna happen this week.
Oh, okay. So there's no IC. Oh, so we're not gonna know what the IC title match is at Backlash until
there's not gonna be a Backlash title match.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not. Maybe there will be. Who knows? We'll see. Okay. Oof. Moving on, I guess.
Oh God, more? Is there more?
Triple threat tag match for the women's title. For the women's tag titles, I should say. Bayley and Sasha Banks versus...
Oh, that's why there's no SmackDown women's title match.
Yeah. So Bayley and Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross and the Iconics.
Oh, God.
What do we think?
You don't need the Iconics in this match. This would be so much better if you just took out the Iconics. Like, no offense to them, but it's just like...
Love them as characters.
Oh, well, we're competing for titles. It's just like... Oh my God, these segments recently, have they been interweaving this and like the women's title feud? It's just, oh my God, those segments like are like unbearable. Everyone just like oh my, talking at the same time. I can't do it. I can't.
I don't think. I can give two shits about this match, to be honest. I can give two shits about the women's tag titles. I don't care. Like, that WrestleMania match between the Kabuki Warriors and Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, it was great.
Because it was four awesome people.
Yeah. And they don't really have a women's tag division. They just have women who just so happen to be in a tag team in a tag team with belts.
They can barely build their tag division, and they just started to get have an actual women's division, a women's tag division now.
It's look, if you want the women to have their own show, fine, but as of right now, they don't have a women's division. Like, they have the women's tag team champions. And maybe one other group of people that will challenge them, but there are no matches on the on Raw or SmackDown or NXT that are like, okay, this tag team match may have women's tag team title implications. There's none of that
shit. They don't, like, involve they don't, like, promote it at all.
Who are the other women's tag teams on the WWE roster? They have Nikki and Alexa.
They had the Riot Squad.
The Iconics and Sasha and Bayley. That's it.
And Charlotte and Asuka. Didn't they do that?
No. That's just nothing. They don't have a women's tag division, guys. So why should I give two shits about this match? And this was just thrown together pretty much. You know, there's no real story here. It's nothing. It's just it's a time filler on the card, like the Universal title match.
It's not like on it's like in universe mode in the video games where you just hit random.
Yeah, and guess what? There's no tag team title match on this Backlash card right now.
See, that's what I mean. They can barely build a tag division.
So give me two reasons, and you can make an argument. Well, they're giving an opportunity for the women's tag team match to shine, for the women's tag title to shine. Okay, it's on pay-per-view. Fine. It's not on the pre-show.
It's been on pay-per-view for the past few months, and no one's cared.
Right. But there are no contenders to the... Who are the contenders for the women's title match? For the women's tag team title?
Dakota Kai and that tall
girl?
No,
they don't mention it at all. They don't mention it. So who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? God. It's just gonna be a match. Will it be? It may be a good wrestling match, but at the end of the day, who gives a shit? I don't care.
This isn't gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, maybe the Raw or SmackDown or NXT after they may introduce. I think they're
wrestling. No, I think Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart are challenging whoever wins the match for the tag team titles.
They are?
Yeah.
That was said?
Yeah, I think it was said on Instagram.
Great!
Tegan Nox and Shotzi.
Great! We need more. We need more of that. But as of right now, I don't give two shits about it.
But the thing is, like, it's another tag team where they're just taking two good single stars who can be two people who can be great single stars and making a team.
But you know what? You have women's tag titles. Established contenders.
Yeah, but like you're taking away possible number one, like possible single, like you're taking away possible singles contenders and just making them tag teams out of nowhere.
But we need tag team contenders. If you have tag team titles, you need contenders.
Women's title.
Look. All I'm saying is, if you have women's tag titles, you need women tag contenders, or else who gives a shit?
I just think these titles have been unnecessary since day one.
I don't care about them because they haven't given me any reason to care about them. But if you're going to have tag team titles of any gender, we need to care about them. We need to have contenders. There is no other tag team match on this card. There's none. Hopefully on the next pay-per-view there might be. And we hope that for SummerSlam. But as of right now, there's nothing.
I'm guessing they're not going to be using the Forgotten Sons or any other tag team in a while.
We don't know what's going to happen with that. But okay, let's move on. Apollo Crews and Andrade U.S. title match.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, this could go either way. I thought this feud ended.
Me too. The way they were setting this up, it looked like it was going to be Andrade and Kevin Owens, but...
Didn't Garza pin Owens?
Yeah.
Why not do Garza versus Andrade? Because they've been having problems, haven't they? They've been having issues.
I don't know why either Kevin Owens or... Garza didn't win this. You could have had Garza win this and challenge Apollo Crews. Maybe they don't want to...
Or challenge Andrade.
Yeah, or maybe they don't want to...
Oh, wait, who's the champion? Apollo Crews, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I keep thinking
Andrade. Probably want to build him.
The damn champion is.
They probably want to build him up for a while. But... I don't know. I guess whatever.
Look, I don't even know who the champion was, so I don't care what it
could be. It could be a good... It could be fine. These two are really good. They're talented and fine. But,
I love the Apollo's promo on Raw.
I don't even remember it.
I will challenge for the U.S. Championship. Something along those lines. For the U.S. Championship.
God damn. Oh, alright. So I guess Apollo Crews is gonna win because they're gonna... Looks like they're setting, they want to build him up, which is great. Good stuff, but... I don't know. We'll see what happens. I just think that, okay, if Angel Garza is going to beat KO, right? And you have a number one contenders match, Garza's in it. shouldn't Garza win it? Challenge Apollo Crews for a title or whatever.
Yeah.
Or something. And then during the match, you can have KO interfere. And
or Andrade interfere.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they were going more towards Garza and KO because KO.
That is also true because I also
there's budding tension between.
Yeah, exactly. So it can go either way.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but I say Apollo Crew wins here. So I guess that's Backlash. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited...
That is not the show order, guys. Don't worry. They're not going to main event with you.
I just read the card off of Wikipedia. So scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for this? Actually, no scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah, you don't want to hear my number.
On a scale of, I can't wait for this pay-per-view, to, let me restart. On a scale of, I can give two shits about this pay-per-view, to, I'm really excited about this pay-per-view. Where are you?
I'm like, it's kind of like a seesaw, or like a swing, it's going back and forth. Because on one hand, it's like, yay, pay-per-view. On the other hand, it's like, it's been really hard to be captivated, but or get lost in a lot of these stories lately.
Well, I think I'm relatively excited for this pay-per-view.
Well, other than certain feuds, I'm like, I really do want to see Edge versus Orton, even though despite the silly ass marketing.
Yeah.
And I think it's like the only match I'm really looking forward to.
Lashley and Drew, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah. That too, but like, oh god, like
that's it.
Yeah, it's like the only two matches I'm really like looking forward to. It's just
the ones that matter. Those are the matches that matter to me.
I really hope this is good. I really hope this is like they take a page out of Money in the Bank's book and just keep it 2.5 hours.
Oh man,
shorter than Raw. That was so great having a pay-per-view shorter than Raw.
Yeah,
that was so great.
That is such a blessing.
I'm afraid this might be longer than Raw.
7 matches, so maybe 3 hours.
I hope it's
3 hours and change, maybe under that. We'll see. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. But I hope they follow the trend that NXT TakeOver in Your House had. A nice, unique little set.
At least some sort of blade.
Something. A
sake.
giant bee. I don't know. Something, man. You got the resources. You got the money. You can do something creative. I just don't want to see the performance center. I don't want to see that fucking that fan spinning.
Wait a minute.
I don't want to see that.
Maybe they can attach blades to the spinning ceiling fans and like LEDs to the spinning fans. It'll be like have the blades again. Natural blades. That'll be disastrous.
We'll see what happens. So yeah, I think that's it. This Sunday, the pay-per-view, and we'll have a recap show sometime next week. And
hopefully, I'm more excited for that than.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. This has been the Wrestling Caucus. I'm Peter A.
I'm Smiley Arriaga.
Don't forget to subscribe anywhere you get your podcasts, and follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.com/The Wrestling Caucus, Twitter @Wrestling Caucus, and Instagram @The Wrestling Caucus. Later days.
Stay safe.